Little Saurus Rex redeemed first.
Hey, 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 hey. That feels loud. There we go. How's it going, guys? Thank you very much, Little Source, for getting first. I appreciate it. Hey, Tiki. Hi, Flo. A new fun. Oh, frisbee time. Okay, fantastic. How's it going, guys? Y'all doing okay? How do you knit with a crochet hook? I will show you. I hope everybody's been doing all right. It's going wonderful. Good. Good, good, good. Um, so it's a lot like Tunisian crochet. You just have this really funky hook that's got this string on it that acts like the needles. And so as you're going around, you see there's all these loops that have the string that goes through it. And then I'm just working a knit stitch into each of those. Um, I was going back and forth between knit and purl to do the ribbing, but now I'm at the stage that I am just doing the knit stitch. So I insert my hook into the front of the loop. All of the loop, please. Thank you. Maybe? Really? Of course, I'm demonstrating and it's going to misbehave. Alright, and yarn over and you pull it up. So that is a knit stitch. And you start with a bunch of chains to keep going in a circle. So, not too bad. Yep. It's pretty simple, actually. And then as you work, so like I'm going to go ahead and, so I've got, this is the marker for the beginning of my row. So it's between two stitches. I'm going to go ahead and just throw all these off of the hook and onto the string. And then I'll pull the string. And then I can, so I don't want the end to go past here because this is still, from here on, still holding it out. So I'm going to pull the end to here. And then I'll be able to pull this to give myself some space. And then I can stretch that out a little bit, but not too much, or I will lose that. And then, yeah, and then I'll just keep working it around this long red string coming off the end. So, yeah, that's it. That is it in a nutshell. All right. I am so sorry. Let me reverse this just a little bit, see what's up. It's going good. Gotta lurk for a bit. Okay, no problem, Flo. I appreciate the lurk. Finish everything I wanted to do today. Even handle emergency without losing my cool. Fantastic. That's great. I'm sorry that you had an emergency. Hopefully it wasn't, everything is okay. I'm glad that you didn't lose your cool, because that's hard not to do. Expert. I don't know about that. I've only made one item this method. And it was another hat. I'm making another hat. It's really actually not that complicated. Once you get the rhythm of it, it's pretty simple. It does, I mean, knitting uses a little less yarn anyway than crochet. So in this particular way, it does use less yarn. But basically, this string is functioning as the second needle. And you just don't have that extra needle, so you can still just work it like you would. So this is, you know, inserting it, strangling it, ripping out its guts, and throwing it off the cliff. And that's where you would take it off the thing, which is the whole method of doing knitting. You stab it, strangle it, rip out its guts, and throw it off the cliff. That is how you knit. So it's the same. My godson's parents needed me to pick him up from daycare on short notice, but was able to sweep it. That's good. That's not how I knit. But that's how it works. You stab it into the loop. You strangle it with the other loop, the other part of the working yarn. You rip out its guts by pulling the loop through, and then you would just throw it off the cliff, but I mean, that would be throwing it off this string right here, so. Yeah. Okay. Should have seen the look on Matt's face when I said that the first time. Isn't it a great thing? It's so fun. But, I mean, it's the same thing with crochet. You stab it, you strangle it, you rip out its guts. You stab it, you strangle it, you rip out its guts. It just keeps going. So, anyways. I know, right? Of course, that for crochet is, you know, it's basically just continuous slip stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. And that is knitting with a crochet hook. It is continuous slip stitch. You do need to have a looser tension. But once you just kind of relax and not feel like if you're making amigurumi, you got to have tight stitches because you don't want it to fall apart, or the stuffing to fall out. But with this, you can have pretty loose, relaxed tension, and then you get a nice knitted looking piece afterward. So yeah. Gonna learn a couple minutes? No problem. No problem. Appreciate it. Okay, actually, my hair is driving me crazy. Ah. Don't tangle. Braid. There we go. I had it tied up in a braid because it was a beautiful day today, and so on my way to pick up my brother from college, I opened up the sunroof and opened up all the windows and turned up my music to like 35, and I was jamming. It was great. Oh, Flo, I know you're lurking, but I want to say thank you. I freaking love the Spirit City game. And that is actually what we're listening to right now. So, yeah, thanks for that. I have actually been listening to it pretty much since you recommended it to me last week after stream. So, thank you for that. It is adorable, and I've made my room all pretty. It is green and fabulous. So, yeah. Actually, I can show you guys the game really quick. Let me display capture. Sure. Oops. Wait, cancel. I need, nope. This. Go away. Yes. Let's do this. Game capture, not display capture. Okay. And we're going to do specific window, and we're going to do this, and okay. There we go. That's my game. I can show you my whole room. Let me turn up the lighting. It's a little more easy to see. There we go. That's my little room. It's adorable. I like it. Anyways. But yeah. So what's everybody up to this fine evening, day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world? I forgot I had that clip in. There we go. Ugh. Everybody's so quiet. Okay, let me check that out. School fiestada pizza? Okay. Thank you for sharing. I'll have to check that out. Interesting.
Sharing is caring.
What is up? You're such a dork. I love you. Ah, it missed a loop. Wondered why that looked so strange. There we go. Bet they would work with soy crumbles if vegetarian is preferred. I'm not vegetarian. Either sounds good to me. Oh, gosh. Sorry about the yawn. It has been a long year already. Everything is exhausting. And I have I have Les Miserables stuck in my head because of a video I watched earlier that was rather epic. But anyway, now I have Can you hear the people singing the songs of angry men going through my head. Of course, now my brain is like, ooh, let's think of all the Broadway songs. So, you know, Phantom of the Opera rolled through and Hamilton rolled through. And I can't help it. Music is life. Quite specifically, at least from Hamilton, I have the line that Angelica sings about including women in the sequel for the Constitution. Anyway, do you know? Well, no, I don't prefer to get very political, but while there is the amendment for women's right to vote, women have never been included to have rights in the Constitution. There's never been an amendment for women to have equal rights to men in the Constitution. Never. It's never been added. Fun facts with Maze. I don't know if that's a fun fact. It's a rather sad fact, but still. Interesting history lessons. Civics lesson, I guess. Oh?
Uh-huh. Very good reason. Because all the people making the rules are old men who don't understand.
Good answer, dear. And correct.
I needed to put a little bit of pause on that to give people time to decide what they thought I was gonna say. I bet you was all wrong.
We're going to have a stretch break here in about 3 minutes. So everybody will be able to go grab a beverage, stand up, take a stretch, grab a blanket or whatever, a snack, a craft, if you will. And when we come back, we'll continue chatting and crafting, just like we always do. What's up?
Excuse you?
What's up? Rude.
Very.
Why rude?
Because I'm allowed.
No, why?
Because I'm allowed.
That's rude.
Because the Constitution says it. Because I'm a man.
Right.
And it's the only thing I'm good for.
Uh-huh. I need to do that with my hair. It's a tangled mess. Ow! I told you it was a tangled mess. Because I had the windows down before I braided my hair. No regrets.
No regurgitations.
No regrets. Ow.
There's a lot of really heavy knots right down here at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Gotta keep catching your blanket.
You help.
Help.
Yeah.
This is now a hairbrushing stream.
This is now a hairbrushing stream. Crafts and hairbrushing with Maze and Jaster.
Hi guys. Today we're going to use this old bone brush I found in my mother's drawer.
Alright, and stretch break starts right now. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, friends. All right. Okay. What makes the Silacqua meteorite unique? I've never heard of that. Or Hodges meteorite. Okay, that would have been nice. Thank you. Is known for being the first recorded meteorite to injure a human, striking Anne Hodges in 1954. Oh my goodness. It doesn't say whether or not she survived that, so I hope she did. Gosh. I hope everybody enjoyed their stretch break and that you grabbed a beverage and a blanket and a snack and a craft, whatever you may have needed to chill out and take a moment to relax. Sing, sing the songs of rain. Thanks. No. No, how do you spell cow with 13 letters? Filet Wellington. Not quite. That was pretty funny though. Also, welcome back. Guess who's back? Back again. Flo is back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who... Sorry, I'll stop. So what you up to? Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me. Sorry. Thank you for playing off of that. Very quiet stream today. I could switch this out for these. That's definitely a different size. I could absolutely switch these out, but that would drive me crazy. So I'm not gonna. But that's basically what's happening, is same as knitting, just going in a circle. So same, that's why I'm asking. Now, when I need to find peace, I just kind of stop, maybe get a cup of tea, and just pause. You don't look at the phone, don't do anything, just take a minute to take a breath when I need to find peace. That is what I tend to do. So maybe close my eyes, just kind of focus on breathing. Like, feel the sensation of what it is to breathe and just focus on that. I finished the chapter. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Sure, that counts. What manga? Or manga, however you say it. I've been corrected both ways, so I don't even care anymore. What manga? Berserk? Okay. Sounds like one of those fighty mangas. I like the slice of life ones. I like Skip Beat's my favorite by far. I like Ouran High School Host Club and Fruits Basket. But Skip Beat's my favorite by far. I have got all of them up until 49, because I think that was the last one that was published in English. Pretty sure I'm caught up on it. Now, that being said, 1 through 36 are all like 3. So 11 of them, yeah, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going on. So pretty dark medieval supernatural stuff. The main character is kind of immortal, it seems, and his sword is bigger than he is, of course. It's also the inspiration for Dark Souls, amongst a lot of other things. Okay, interesting. I turned too fast and I have made myself a little bit dizzy. I hate it when I do that. Well, it's about time for the midstream mini mystery. Flo, are you up for it? Or would you prefer to wait for more people to be on? I don't know who we all got still hanging out. Or if anybody is interested in the midstream mini mystery. Midstream mini mystery. Yeah. Oh, thank you again, Flo. No problem. No worries. I wanted to thank you again for telling me how to do the sound so that I can actually hear what you guys hear, because that works now. And also, thank you for recommending this Spirit City game. I freaking love it. I've had it playing. I don't know if you heard me. I know you were on Lurk earlier, but I've had it playing in the background most days, if not all days actually, since you showed it to me. And I'll show you right now. This is what my character is doing. And I'll show you my room. It's all green. Isn't it cute? I'm so happy about it. I freaking love it. But that is what we're listening to right now. So thank you for that recommendation. But yeah, it's super cute. Let me go back in. I've caught a few spirits, just a few. So pretty fun. I dig it. It's a really, really cute little game slash chill mode kind of thing. So I love it. So thank you for that. Welcome back, Little Saurus. Does look really cool. Thank you. Very chill, very demure. Yeah, I really appreciate it. You've helped me tremendously with several things to do with my streams. So thank you very much for that. You are an awesome support, and I really appreciate you. But yeah, that's what we're listening to right now, is that game. So, I guess game. I could tell. You could almost be a consultant for streamers. Tay, hello.
108 redeemed hydrate.
Thank you for the redemption. Strawberry and watermelon flavor. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We have not yet done the midstream mini mystery. So we could totally do that now that we've got a few more people. I hope Whiskey's okay. I know they haven't been on yet, so it's kind of odd. But yeah, we can totally do the midstream mini mystery. What stage do we want today? Beginner, intermediate, advanced, or sleuth? Let's do, pause that, go here. Oh, now I can't hear it. Why you don't let me hear? Okay, there we go. Now I can hear it. Alright, can you guys still hear it? Everything cool? I'm glad I get to hear it now. It's cool. So, okay. I know Tay would prefer one that is murder. Thank you. It's just a gray shirt with a plaid shirt over top. It's very supernatural. It's very comfortable. It's actually a really, really light plaid. It's like it's not a fleece plaid. It's just a cotton. It's nice. So perfect for the combination of cold weather in the morning and warm weather in the afternoon. So pipes and beans. All right, let's see. We have 2 left in beginner. Actually, quite a few left in intermediate. A lot left in intermediate, actually. Gosh. Well, let's do an intermediate then. Alright. Are you guys ready? Here's the midstream mini mystery. We're going to do an intermediate one because we have like 6 of them left, so I don't know. I don't think this one is murder. I can see if I can find a murder. We may have already done all of the murders because I've been going to those ones. That's theft. That's theft. Okay, so the rest of the intermediate ones are theft. Let's see. Do we have any advanced left? We have 1. Yeah, we have 1 left for advanced. And we had 2 for beginner, 1 for advanced. and 1 for sleuth. So let's do an intermediate anyway, because we've got 6 of those left. Also, none of the ones that are left are murder, so I'm sorry. All the rest of them are not murder. I'm sorry. Please still watch my stream. Alright, here we go. A lingering link. Thank goodness you're here, Dolores Dawson greeted Detective Christine Kay and Sergeant Bill Morgan when they came to her front door. The petite, gray-haired woman led them into the living room where she sank into her sofa. Tell us what happened, Mrs. Dawson, said Detective Kay. I had a doctor's appointment in town. When I got back, my front door was ajar. I came in and found that my jewelry and $200 in cash had been taken. Sergeant Morgan examined the front door. Looks like the lock was jimmied, he announced. They say bad things come in threes, and this week proves it, Mrs. Dawson cried. First, my car had to go into the shop for expensive repairs. Then my doctor told me I needed hip replacement, and now my home has been burgled. The detective and her partner headed back to their cruiser. But before they even pulled away from the curb, another call came over the radio. A second robbery, Kay sighed. Let's head over. Edgar Baker, a retired salesman, had returned from the afternoon wedding of his niece to find his front door standing ajar and his pocket watch collection missing. I'm sure I locked the door, Mr. Baker said, frowning. But I admit I'm a bit fuzzy. I had a couple of drinks at the wedding. He held up a hand. But don't worry, officers. I didn't drive myself. I took a cab. Seen anyone suspicious around here lately? Kay asked, looking around. You know, there was a delivery van loitering around the other day. A delivery van loitering? Where did you see it? I was waiting for my ride when this van pulled in front of my house. The driver sat for a few minutes, looking at his clipboard. He drove away when the cab came. Back in the cruiser, Morgan said, Well, it could be something. Could be, Kay agreed. The next day, another call came into the station, this time from Mrs. Viola Dell. Mrs. Dell lives in the same housing community as our other 2 victims, Kay noted. The elderly lady's story was similar to the others. She'd gone to the hair salon and returned to find the front door broken into and her jewelry and her late husband's coin collection stolen. There never seems to be a policeman around until it's too late. She glared at Kay and Morgan. A week ago, someone stole my car, so I've had to take a taxi everywhere. You people haven't managed to get my car back, and I suppose I'll never see my jewelry and husband's coin collection again, either. Was anything else taken at the time of the car theft? No, but I'd say that was bad enough, she replied. Back at the station, Kay studied her notes diligently. Here's what we know, she said. Our perpetrator is stealing small items, no TVs or computers. All his targets are within the senior community, and all were within a 2-day time frame, she frowned. What's the connection? Maybe where they went for the day, Morgan suggested. We know that Dawson was at the doctor's office, Baker went to a wedding, and Dell had gone to the hair salon, he shrugged. But I don't see a common link in any of those places. Kay tapped her pencil on the desk. A moment later, she nodded. I've got it. Who had committed the crimes? I know, Mr. Bacon. I didn't mean to say that. Any guesses? I can read it again. The taxi quietly walks in and whispers, Hi, everyone. Hi, Whiskey. I'm sorry. Hi, Whiskey. Have no idea. Whiskey. All right. I can read it again, especially now that we've got Whiskey. Hello. All right. We're doing an intermediate because we have 2 beginners, 1 advanced, and 1 sleuth left, but we have like 6 intermediates left. So I'm going to reread this one and we'll see who done it. Thank you, dear. All right. A lingering link. Thank goodness you're here, Dolores Dawson greeted Detective Christine Kay and Sergeant Bill Morgan when they came to her front door. The petite, gray-haired woman led them into the living room where she sank onto the sofa. Tell us what happened, Mrs. Dawson, the detective said. I had a doctor's appointment in town. When I got back, my front door was ajar. I came in and found that my jewelry and $200 in cash had been taken. Sergeant Morgan examined the front door. Looks like the lock was jimmied, he announced. They say bad things come in threes, and this week proves it, Mrs. Dawson cried. First, my car had to go into the shop for expensive repairs. Then my doctor told me I needed a hip replacement, and now my home has been burgled. The detective and her partner headed back to their cruiser, but before they even pulled away from the curb, another call came over the radio. A second robbery, Kay sighed. Let's head over. Edgar Baker, a retired salesman, had returned from the afternoon wedding of his niece to find his front door standing ajar and his pocket watch collection missing. I'm sure I locked the door, Mr. Baker said, frowning. But I admit I'm a bit fuzzy. I had a couple of drinks at the wedding. He held up his hand. But don't worry, officers. I didn't drive myself. I took a cab. See anyone suspicious around here lately? Kay asked, looking around. You know, there was a delivery van loitering around the other day. A delivery van loitering? Where did you see it? I was waiting for my ride when this van pulled in front of my house. The driver sat for a few minutes looking at his clipboard. He drove away when the cab came. Back in the cruiser, Morgan said, well, it could be something. Could be, Kay agreed. The next day, another call came into the station, this time from Mrs. Viola Dell. Mrs. Dell lives in the same housing community as our other two victims, Kay noted. The elderly lady's story was similar to the others. She had gone to the hair salon and returned to find the front door broken into and her jewelry and her late husband's coin collection stolen. There never seems to be a policeman around until it's too late, she glared at Kay and Morgan. A week ago, someone stole my car, so I've had to take a taxi everywhere. You people haven't managed to get my car back, and I suppose I'll never see my jewelry and my husband's coin collection again, either. Was anything else taken at the time of the car theft? No, but I'd say that was bad enough, she replied. Back at the station, Kay studied her notes diligently. Here's what we know, she said. Our perpetrator is stealing small items, no TVs or computers. All his targets are within the senior community, and all were within a 2-day time frame. She frowned. What's the connection? Maybe where they went for the day? Morgan suggested. Well, we know that Dawson was at the doctor's office, Baker went to a wedding, and Dell had gone to the hair salon. He shrugged. But I don't see a common link in any of those places. Kay tapped her pencil on her desk. A moment later, she nodded. I've got it! Who had committed the crimes? All right. The cab checks out. They all took the taxi, so the taxi driver knew there was nobody home. Especially if the cars were stolen. Yep. Agree with Flo. All right, so you guys ready for the answer then? Ooh, I'm excited for the next one, actually. It's called Chemistry Caper. All right. The answer is, if you guys are ready. Dun dun dun. The cab driver who picked them up. All three victims had called the cab for rides. Mrs. Dawson because her car was being repaired. Mr. Baker because he didn't want to drive to the wedding. And Mrs. Dell because her car had been stolen. The cabbie would pick them up, drop them off at their destinations, and then circle back and burgle their homes. When the victims' appointments were over, they would call the cab company for rides home and be picked up by different cabbies. The three victims identified their original cabbie in lineups. Ooh. Good job, guys. Thank you very much for helping me solve today's midstream mini mystery. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get a new book soon. But not today or tomorrow. Would you go on the shelf, please? Thank you. Alright. Back to crochet. Back to turning that down a little bit. Is it too loud for you guys, or are you guys good? New book with murder? I don't know. I'm gonna see what I can find. There aren't any more of these little magazines left, so glad to have heard it being solved. No worries. I'll have to see what I can find. We'll see what options are out there. I'm sure that there's something out there. But when I was trying to find... Well, I don't know. It's been a little while since I've looked, so there might be more of these little magazines. Actually, you know what? While I'm thinking about it, let's just check. So, Big Book with Murder. Let's see. 2-minute mini mysteries. That was 3rd edition. 2-minute mini mysteries. Mysteries. Thank you. Oh. Looks like there's a few options. Currently unavailable. Okay. Grand. Yeah, there are some books out there. Let's see. I can get this one used for $1 with $3 shipping. I think I'll get that one. Okay. There. I've ordered a new one. We'll see. It didn't say one way or the other if it had murder in it, but we'll see. On sick leave from work for the rest of the week. I'm not sure if they still have me on when I get... Oh, no. Mild flu, but take what I can get to get out of work. Oh, no. The flu is going around real bad right now, that's for sure. Yep. So, rest and, citrus and take care of yourself. Plenty of fluids and all that. Sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you still have a job when you try to go back. Rioting because murder, okay. Is it that serious? Oh dear. Okay. You guys. Squish. Move down. Clean cup, move down, move down. There. I kind of want to like melt this together so it'll stop untying itself. I might do that when I don't have a project on the hook. Oh man. I are sleepy. Been a roller coaster of a week, month, year so far. Just got home from being at a friend's house. She's been wanting to go bowling, so I asked if it was okay with this Saturday. We're going bowling Saturday! Nice! Fabulous! I like bowling. Haven't done that in a long time. We almost were going to bowl on this last Saturday, but we ended up doing laser tag and pool instead because the wait time for bowling was 3 hours. So we ran around shooting each other and then we played pool. It was fun. It was fun. Gonna head out for the night. This row's done. Gotta fit my brain training German lessons before bed. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that you were here, and I hope you have a fantastic night. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. And good luck with your lessons. Bowling is fun. Yeah. Imagine knowing German. What? Don't you know some German, Flo? I know very few words. Most of what I know are bad words. Because I had a friend. So I'm a military brat. So you meet a lot of people who've been a lot of places when you are a military brat. And one of my friends in high school moved into the high school from Germany. And so she went to school for a little while in Germany. And of course, teenagers being teenagers, you learn all the bad words. And then she proceeded to teach me all the bad words. I've been going bowling since 5th grade, so I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely! Have a blast! But yeah. And of course, you know, having been a teenager at the time, learning all of the bad words in German, it sticks with you. So I still remember them. I can say no. I can say good morning. Probably sounds horrible when I do, but yeah, 999. Yep. I think it's Guten Morgen for good morning. I'm not 100% sure on that. Guten Tag is good day. Right? Let's say yes. And I'm certain I'm saying something wrong. My pronunciation is probably just terrible. Thanks, Flo. I'll just stop then. Water is Wasser. That one I know because of regulations. Squirrel is a word that people struggle with in both languages. Squirrel? Nice. You know, immersion is a good way to learn a language. Is it better, please? Or is... Yeah, better is please. I think. Again, probably still absolutely saying it horribly. Okay. I'd like to learn German so that, well, there are a few bands that I would like to know what they're saying. But I would also like to learn Norwegian and Finnish for the same reason. So, and Swedish. And Mongolian. And Japanese. I really think that if I were to pick a superpower, it would be to be able to understand and speak and read languages. Like all of them. That'd be a cool superpower. Everybody was surprised when we found out their lead vocal singer was not a girl. Huh. Alright then. I don't know that I've listened to this band. I'll have to look them up. I really don't. That bad. German teenage boy band. Alright. And that's bad? Just an average screamo band. Gotcha. Now, I would like to understand what Rammstein and Fawn and oh, what's the band that sings Berserker. Danheim, I would like to know what they're singing. I would like to understand. I mean, I'm have an idea, but I'd still like to know. German workbook that I got at thrift store years ago and never used it. Found it again the other day while rearranging my room. Nice. I know I said Danheim. It's probably Donheim. But I'd like to understand what they're saying. What they're singing. I know a lot of the bands I listen to are Norwegian pagan metal. So at least in another language. So probably would behoove me to learn Norwegian more than anything. But I'd really like to know Fawn. What? Oh, they were in concert really close to us not long ago, and I wish I could have gone. But while they were near here, I was at a conference. So I couldn't go. That was a bummer. Alright, we are going to have our second stretch break here in about 3 minutes-ish. Mostly gory and vile. I mean, I've looked up some of the translations for some of them, and yes, they are. Kind of. Culture. Apparently works for them. All I know from them is Du hast. I think that's one song most Americans know. It got really popular over here. Hey, Rush. How'd the track meet go? I'm not even going to try to say that name because I will absolutely butcher it. And then I'll feel even worse after having completely butchered the German I do know. Alright, we're going to have a stretch break in about 1 minute. It means firetail. Oh, that's a cool name. My very mayoral playlist for Mayor Day. It's one of my favorite party songs. Okay. Oh, jeez. That sucks. I'm sorry. Was he bummed? Or did he still at least have fun? Alright, stretch break in 10 seconds, so we'll be right back. Okay. Hello. Hey, Drew. So I was just talking to Rush about how the track meet went. I'm glad that he was able to help out the concession stand, that he still had fun. I am sorry he didn't get to throw, though. That kind of sucks. So. But overall doing alright, you know. Making it. How about you guys? Y'all alright? I'm really thinking about melting this together at the end so that it's not so bumpy. Then more sewing. Yay! So, yeah, what's for dinner? Ah. Yay, yarn is being thrown. So we did do the midstream mini mystery, and it was a theft. We have discovered now that there are no more murders left in the book. I have ordered a new book, and we'll see what kind of mysteries it yields. Good question. Either go to my room for peace and quiet or listen to music. Okay, nice. Very nice. Out in nature crafting your cat on my lap, yeah. Actually synced tonight. Normally one of us has a 1 or 2 second delay for audio. Nice. I'm glad y'all are synced up. That's pretty funny. Pretty awesome. Just not possible to find peace at school. Yeah. I have to wait till I get home. Fair. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, those of you who are just popping in, that we have a new playlist tonight, courtesy of Flow Mac Awesome. It is actually a game called Spirit City. It is a lo-fi chill sort of deal. And I will show it to you in just a second. But it's stream-friendly music, and it's just a chill little game. And so I've got my little character here. This is my, oh, actually I can get some tickets. So, alright, so I've got my little person here, and I have created my whole room. So this is my room. Designed it myself. Surprise, surprise, it's all mostly green. There's not a crocheting option, so she is actually knitting, but that is okay. Still looks pretty cool. And actually, I can change the lighting to night now, because it's pretty dark here. So, yeah. But you can set, like, tasks and timers and stuff, to habits, and there's, like, a journal, and it's really cute. You can change the playlist if you want to. We'll do this one, study session, or why not? But yeah, it's just a really cute little game, and it's very chill. I've had it up in the background a lot. Oh, you catch spirits doing certain things around your little area, and yeah. So right now my spirit is like this little fairy frog, which I think is adorable. But there's also this one that is a favorite, the arachnid. It's so cute. But anyways, it's a cute game. It's very chill. You can have it up, like I said, in the background, and set timers for yourself, break timers too, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's very, very neat. Very chill. Rowing on the rowing, yeah. Rowing on the rowing machine is very zen. It's weird because it's exercise, but it's peaceful. That's fair. Going to say being outside with my plants and crocheting like a mindless project. Absolutely. It is, it's really cute. It's very chill. So thank you very much, Flo. What's it called again? Spirit City. Let's see. Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions is what it's called. But it's on Steam and pretty inexpensive. Apparently they've added some DLC stuff to it as well. But it's cute. It's really cute. Very chill. Almost exactly what I said. Yeah, Lo-Fi City something. Yeah, Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. Yep. So, big thanks to Flo for that one. And also for pointing out to me that their music is stream friendly, and I appreciate that, because I did not see that comment when I looked at the store page, but I totally skipped right over it somehow. So, thank you for that. But now I think after, gosh, How long's it been? 10 or 11 years? I might actually cancel my Spotify subscription. Because now I've got this. Got ice cream on my hoodie. Oh no! Time for a wash. What kind of ice cream? Because now that sounds absolutely delicious. And now I suddenly want some mint chocolate chip ice cream. Can you spot clean it? Oh, that's a fair question. Like how much did you spill? Is it like a little drop? Because a little drop you could just wash that off. Ooh, chocolate. Yeah, that's probably best to go through the wash. Because if you try to wash it by hand with like a little washcloth or something, that's just going to spread the chocolate. Oh, I'm sorry, Tay. That sucks. Time for stain remover, yep. Excuse me. I was trying to mute my mic, but it was not pushing the button. Sorry, but I needed a cough. I had a tickle in my throat. Aw. Okay. I love you too. Okay. Aw. I'm sorry you weren't able to get ice cream with your Pop Pop, and I hope that she feels better. And that's really cool of you to keep the tradition. Alright, let me work this down a little. Right about there will be alright. And pull the cord. Oh, hello, Fox. How's it going? Oh, that's cute. It's cold as long as she rests. She'll get better quick. Alright. Minifigs relaxing. Finally had some time to drop on by again. No problem. Good to see you. Hope you're doing alright. Enjoy painting. We are just chilling and chatting and crafting. So, but yeah, this is called Knooking. Yep, it is quite literally knitting with a crochet hook. This string functions as the other needle, essentially. And this is basically a bunch of slip stitches. This is the knit stitch where you insert the hook and yarn over and draw up a loop. The purl stitch, you'd actually do it from behind, but I'm not doing purl stitches. I'm just doing knit stitches now. I did purl to go back and forth to do the ribbing at the bottom here. I guess you can barely see that on the from far away, but yeah, the ribbing at the bottom, that was done 2 knit 2 purl, and then now I'm just doing purl to give it a rim, or to finish off the hat. Blech, words.
Tape 041808 redeemed hydrate.
Thank you very much, Tay. Lil Fox. Okay. Okay. It's giving me the itch to work on my gloves again. I'm on the last one. I just gotta power through. Fair. Whenever you have to make 2 of a thing, it's like, okay, I've made the one. That should be good enough. I am really enjoying Knooking. This is only my 2nd project, and it's technically the exact same as the first. It's the same hat pattern that I followed before, but different yarn. So good practice. Good practice. I'm digging it. Oh, another, exactly. Yep. Should be an IRL copy paste button. Valid. Control C, Control V, done. 3D printing, and yeah, no, you're spot on for sure. It takes a little bit longer than just pressing the button Control C, Control V, but yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. This year has already been a whole decade. It feels like. Exactly what art I see in my brain, just be able to do it right. Felt that. This year has been a whole decade. And it's only been 2 months. Of course, 90% of that decade was January, so... Now February's kind of flown by. Crawl the finish line for sure. Yeah. And every day brings new chaos, horrors, interesting news, what have you. Yeah, absolutely. And then February flew, which, I mean, cool, but also, geez. So, about next week and the week after, just to give you guys a heads up, I might not stream next week because I will be doing an internal audit at my work for a plant that's pretty far away. So I don't know how late I'm going to get home. I don't think it should be late. I should be able to stream. It should be fine. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Now, the week after that, I will be on vacation. So there will be no stream. The first full week of March. No, hold on. Not first full week of March. Second? Wait, when does February end? Today was the 26th, so yeah, okay. Yeah. Yep. Second full week of March, I will be on vacation. So, news is scary. It sure is. How do you think day passes? Stay closer to fall and Halloween. Fair. Goes by swiftly, easily, and have a great day. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm excited. I'm going to war. I'm in a history group, if for those of you who don't know, and we have events that are very big, and there's a group of us gals that are going to a very large week-long event the second week of March, and I'm really excited about it. It's my first time going to something like this, and I'm not really planning much, which I'm excited about because I want to soak it all in. I want to walk around and see the things. I don't want to like plan every day. I want to absorb, you know? So yeah, I'm excited about it. I've got some things planned, mostly helping things, but I'm excited to walk around and see what's up and just absorb. Like I said, it'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Got my own tent, which I've never owned a tent before, not like this, so that's pretty cool. And might come in handy if, you know, the apocalypse happens. At least I'll have a tent. Soak it all up. Exactly. Yeah, second week. I checked my calendar. I was just having a hard time remembering when February actually ends. We only have 2 days of February left. What the heck? Anyway. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun. Get to spend the week with 3 of my besties. It'll be fun. Softball season's getting closer. Yay! So I take it you're playing. Are you excited? How's your arm? Wasn't it your... Yeah, it was your arm. How you doing? You doing alright? So I will say the only thing I don't like about this hook is that there's not a grip, and I get why there's not a grip. You can't really do that, but it's actually kind of starting to hurt my pinky doing this for a long time. I've gotten spoiled to my grips. I like my grips. Feeling more excited this year than last year. Good! I know last year was kind of iffy and you were kind of debating not playing anymore. So I'm glad that you're really excited about playing this year. That's good. Feels fine now. My other arm, which I had an issue 2 years ago, is having the same issue again. Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that. I hope the issue goes away. We like a good handle on the... Exactly, yes. Be on varsity this year, which is scary but exciting. Very exciting. You'll do fantastic because you're awesome. have that confidence and know that you're great and just have fun. That's the whole point of doing those kinds of things anyway, is just to have fun. Just do something that you enjoy doing. So, have fun. Everything else kind of falls in line when you do that. Takes the stress out of things if you just have fun. Because my position, first base and center field, both positions are open on varsity. Okay. Nice. Well, good luck. All right, my dear friends. I think we're going to call it here for the night. Because I'm kind of beat. And that's a pretty good place to stop. We actually did a lot. I only had the first row here for just knit stitches done. So, done all of that. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll take that. Rest of the outfit is open, which I wouldn't mind either. Okay. Yeah, whatever makes you happy. All right. We're going to go to here. And I can't hear the things. And I want to hear the things. There we go. Now I can hear the things. Well, I hope you guys all have a fantastic night. I do apologize for last stream. I was like right in the middle of about to say my end of stream spiel, and the raid took us away so fast. But we're going to head over to Tiki and check out the bunnies because they're adorable. And he's got new bunnies. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you have a fantastic night, day, morning, wherever you are in the world. I will see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others. And as always, may your yarn never tangle. Bye!